What is the best hidden potential for the LR INT possessed Gohan and Goten? How's it, everybody? Celtic Lake here. We are back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the LR and Omen of Destruction, Super Saiyan Gohan and Goten possessed. These are the part 2 LRs of the campaign for October, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at their best possible hidden potential. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's hop in and let's take a look at the unit. They are a corroded body and mind, joint forces, category key 3, HP attack defense 200%, and that is it, right? They are a flat 200% because they are a yellow coin LR. On their 18 key, they are greatly raising attack and defense for 3 turns, causing mega colossal damage and greatly lowering the attack. On their 12 key, they are causing mega colossal damage, raising attack and defense for 3 turns, and lowering attack. So nice little pseudo stacking they've got going on there. They have an entrance animation that can be activated when there's another corroded body and mind ally attacking on their entry turn, which gives them an additional 10% dodge for 1 turn and an additional 10% dodge for 3 turns. Combined with their basic effect, they get an additional key 3 and attack and defense 250% and a high chance of evading enemies' attack. That means for turn 1, through their basic effects, they have a 70% chance to dodge, and then for 2 turns after that, they have a 60% chance to dodge. However, if there is another corroded body and mind ally attacking within the same turn, they have an additional 20% chance to dodge and key 3. This means that for turn 1, they have 90% chance to dodge, and for 2 turns after that, they have 80% chance, which is really good. Now, before attacking, right, they can have an additional 10%, which means 90% and 100% on that first turn. So really nice there. This is helpful because they do get their build key 1 up to 5, attack 30% up to 150%, and defense 50% up to 250% based on how many attacks they evade. When they attack with 18 or more key, they have an additional chance of launching a super attack 70%, and when attacking with the 24 key, they get an additional 100% attack, and corroded body and mind allies get an additional defense 20%. They do have an active skill that gives them key 5, attack at 30% permanently, and effective against all types, and evades enemies' attack for 1 turn, and that can be activated after they evade an attack. So really nice there. So they have quite a lot going on in their kit, and their kit would lead you to think you kind of want to build them one way. However, they benefit much more from a different approach. So they are an INT type unit, which means if we head on over to the Dokkan Wiki here, our handy dandy little hidden potential skill, we can see that they are an INT type, which means naturally they lead into evasion, right? Whereas if you gave them a full 20 nodes of evasion, they would have an additional 20% chance to evade. 30 if you have the skill orbs to bring them up an additional 10. However, I do believe that that is not the way to go. Even though they are a dodge unit, I actually think they benefit much better from critical hit. In fact, my recommended hidden potential build here for them is actually critical hit. Lean into their critical hit because it's the one thing their passive doesn't have. They have additionals, which they're going to be launching as long as they're dodging, and they have plenty of dodge for the multitude of turns that you will be using them. Even beyond their 4th and 5th turn, they've still got a 70% chance to dodge, which is still pretty good, as at that point they'll be pretty built up to survive normals anyway. So why not lean into that crit? Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Celtic, they have effective against all types, and now in the past that had not been such a big deal. Units with effective against all types could really help, could really benefit from not needing crit and leaning more into dodge or additionals. But in the current meta where high burst damage is necessary and lots of bosses have high amounts of damage reduction and the ability to crit, which ignores enemies' defense, is incredibly valuable. So you'll want to definitely give them that support there through their hidden potential. Now, of course, they do have great link partners such as the possessed Saiyans here, who do give them crit through their support passives, which is really nice. It's really, really helpful. So you know, you could use you could get that additional support there, but that additional support coming on top of an additional 25 is very helpful. If you lean into the 25 crit for them, right, that is giving them 15 and then an additional skill orbs to boost them to 25, which would actually boost them to 50% chance to do a critical hit, which is very, very helpful. So their overall potential should look something like this spread here: 21 to 25 critical hit, 5 dodge, right? No need to invest the extra dodge in there, and whatever hidden potential nodes you have left over, invest into additional. All right. Now the 21 to 25 is gained through their specific skill orbs. They do have skill orbs that you can get for completing missions, for the 10th anniversary missions. However, if you only use those skill orbs, you're only pushing them to about 21. So I mean, I don't really recommend you waste too many of your good orbs on them. So you know, if you get them to at least 21, that's still a 42% chance to do a crit. It's still pretty good. But if you have level 5 crits that you want to give them, then go right ahead and do that, and that'll push them to the 25. Their equips, if you use their special equips, I recommend the 2 crit equips, which the gold gives them super attack 5 or super attack 4 and critical hit 4, and the crit gives them crit 2 and defense 2, which is pretty helpful. The defense isn't really necessary. For their bronze, I do recommend giving them the attack though, not the defense, and the reason I say that is because they're a dodge unit. The extra defense isn't going to do too much for them on the normals anyways, as their base defense without it is still plenty to survive the normals, and they're dying to the supers anyways if they fail the dodge, so you may as well lean into the attack for them in this case. So that is personally my recommendation there. Now, you could ignore all of this and go full dodge and run them as a floating support unit, and it would work just fine. But I think if you want to maximize their abilities, both their offense and their defense and their support, then this is the way to go. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know, how did you build your LR Super Saiyan Gohan and Goten possessed? This is just my recommended build. If you would like to do a different build, of course that's up to you, but I'm curious to hear what build you went with in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.